Good morning, replay viewers. Hello, good morning, Colleen. I'm just pouring some coffee here, and we'll get started on our discussion of two different books. Hi, Cynthia. My name is Michelle Wolf. I forgot to turn on the Do Not Disturb thing, so you may hear some buzzes, unfortunately. Linda! I feel like I haven't seen you in forever because of your connection problems. Good morning, Rhonda. And Cynthia, my name's Michelle Wolf. You can find me at caddyshackdesigns.com. No, that's not possible. No. I think those numbers are messed up. Let's see, I'm a coach because I can't think of a better word to call it, but I do desire map workshops, cat design stuff, Reiki, essential oils. We'll be back later after this scope. I'll be doing another scope, talking about Young Living essential oils and their emotional uses. And across the top of my website, you can see all the stuff that I do. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, mine just now changed to 10. You have been so disconnected. Maybe you needed processing time. I know, I miss you too. I was thinking about you last night. I was like, oh my gosh, Linda's... But sometimes we need to process, though, Linda. It's okay. Hey, Mom. You're not on a plane yet. My mom's leaving Mexico today, going back to Denver. Good morning, good morning. So if... Oh, I know, right? 240, yeah, unless I woke up as Oprah, I don't think I'd have that many viewers, and that's okay. Okay, safe travels. Yeah, you need to take breaks from Periscope when you feel like you need them. Sometimes it's, you just put so much in that it takes some time to rattle around in your brain and process, and that's okay. Just take some time off from it and come back when you feel the impulse to. Nothing wrong with that. So, here lately, we are alternating our Course in Miracles studies with this Byron Katie book, 1,000 Names for Joy, living in harmony with the way things are, so not fighting reality. And it parallels the book, The Tao Te Ching, and we're using two translations. This one from Ursula Le Guin, I think, and then also Stephen Mitchell's version of the Tao Te Ching translation. The Stephen Mitchell version parallels the Byron Katie one because Stephen and Byron wrote this book together using this as the format, so that's why they so closely parallel. So, let's see what we have today. We're on chapter 6 of both. So we'll start with this one, Stephen Mitchell's translation of the Tao Te Ching. The Tao is called the Great Mother, empty yet inexhaustible. Let me start over. The Tao is called the Great Mother, empty yet inexhaustible. It gives birth to infinite worlds. It is always present within you. You can use it any way you want. The energy is available to you at all times, and you have free will with what you do with it. And then let's read a slightly different translation of that chapter. She titles it, What is Complete? The Valley Spirit never dies. Call it the mystery, the woman. The mystery, the door of the woman, is the root of earth and heaven. Forever this endures, forever, and all its uses are easy. It is the way. It broken down word by word, somebody else might be able to answer that question, but my understanding of it is it means the way. Let me look here real quick. 2,500 years old. La, la, la. Just looking real quick. I also don't know how it relates to the I Ching. Book of the Way. Book of the Way. I think we have a hard time translating it because it don't translate directly across from one to the other. No, you didn't throw me off. You're fine. Don't apologize. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I opened the wrong book. So, Rhonda, it says, it can best be translated as, hey, Jana. Every now and then my hick upbringing slips out. Although my aunts never let us talk with an accent, and we got in real big trouble. Hey, Heidi, if we said ain't. The Book of the Imminence of the Way, or The Book of the Way and How It Manifests Itself in the World, or simply The Book of the Way. So there you go. Ain't. It ain't no thing. The Tao is called the Great Mother. Empty yet inexhaustible, it gives birth to infinite worlds. It's always present within you. You can use it any way that you want. Rhonda, going back to that, I think of the way. Ain't a word. Yep, that's what we heard lots of times. Sometimes with a smack on the head. ain't a word. I think of the Tao as another word for love or source or spirit or God. That impersonal thing that's bigger than us. That holds all of this stuff together. So in scientific terms, I just think of it as the stuff, the universal stuff, the quantum physics level stuff, and the matter and dark matter and all those things that we can't define. We try so hard, don't we? We try so hard to define them, and we just can't. So I think of the Tao Te Ching as another, the all that is, the great whatever. I think of this book as another version of guidance that we've received throughout our written history, and before that, I'm sure it was in our oral history. A map, a reminder of where we're supposed to go and what we're supposed to be doing. Similar to all the other spiritual texts, the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, the whatever, Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah. I think we've been leaving ourselves reminders through different prophets. The sutras, the Buddhist sutras, this whole time. Somebody comes in, somebody gets born that remembers, and fortunately writes it down. So those of us who are trying to remember and wake up find it and can use it. Unfortunately, some people find it and use it as a tool for war, but we have a choice. So let's read what Byron Katie says about that. Chapter 6 in this book. Empty yet inexhaustible, it gives birth to infinite worlds. Mind gives birth to infinite worlds of this and that, loss and sorrow, good and evil. It's complete from the beginning, and yet it's inexhaustible in the production of what isn't. Believing what you think, you're carried off into the endless dramas of the self, which are created by the millions sometimes. Until there's peace within you, there is no peace in the world, because you are the world, you are the earth. I'm going to stop there. We've talked a lot about, it's been several weeks since I think we've talked about it, but we talked a few times about you stop wars outside when you stop the war inside, when you stop making war upon yourself, who you are, what you look like, what you're doing, what you have, what you don't have. The war in our mind is only contributing to the war in the world. The war outside of us has its roots with the war inside of us. So address that war first. I think we need to individually decide how to handle in the world, like politically and whatever, wars in countries, wars that our countries take on that we don't agree with, or wars in general, and refugees and things like that. We do what we can, but we have the most power by addressing the war in ourselves and the refugees we create in ourselves. Yes, it's revolutionary. We create parts of ourselves that become like refugees. It all starts inside our own head. Hey, Tanya. We address the war within. We can better address the war without. Because my going out, and I actually meant to mention that Dr. Amelia Sam's scope this morning, her 1-minute mantra this morning, was really good. Catch that on the replay if you get a chance. It was nice, and she talked about this too. You've got to turn inward, she said, and yeah, it was great. It was great. I don't normally catch her live, but I felt like I was waiting for my phone to charge up a little more, so I just watched her live. It's good. Yeah, catch the replay if you can. Hi, Juliana. Addressing the war inside our own minds first gives us clarity on how we can best address the wars outside of ourselves. So if you want to do something political, if you want to write an article, if you want to attend a protest or write your congressman, Dr. Amelia Sam, the 1-minute mantra, Linda, get yourself right and straight first so that you know the most effective action you can take that's going to be the most effective and clear use of your energy. We can ask for change, and we can attend protests, and we can write our congressman, and we can do those external world things from a place of love. Yeah, today's mantra, which was I am committed to expressing my light, I think. I'm committed to expressing my light in the world. Maybe just my light. I don't remember. It was good. I liked it, though. So she talked a little bit about fighting back against war. We can choose to respond to the situations in our world from a place of love. Yeah, we can choose to respond to conflicts in our relationships from a place of love. We can choose to respond to our upcoming elections from a place of love and clarity. So, you know that old saying, get right with God? Get aligned with whatever energy you call source first. And then hang out in that energy for a little bit. Then you'll get a thought, you'll feel an inspiration to take an action. And then you'll know that the action you were just inspired to take is the right one. It's going to be the most effective one and the most clear. Yeah, we love the work. Addressing the war within us before we go addressing the war without us, outside of us. So, and I haven't yet decided what action. I will take some kind of action, even if it's only at the voting booth. But even now, before I contribute to a fund, like for a disaster area or a refugee effort or whatever, definitely. I take the time to get centered and clear and connected to source inside first. Then I just kind of hang out and I meditate and I wait until I feel inspired to an action. You will feel inspired to donate, inspired who to vote for that you want to vote for, that's in line with what you want. Choosing to avoid media is an action I'm committed to. Yeah, I have very strict limits on. I love NPR. I listen to NPR on Thursdays. That's like my Thursday treat. The best thing you can do, purify first, yes. Align first, get centered first, address the war in here first. Then you'll be inspired to take an action. I love NPR. I love it. But you have to put limits on it. Yes, NPR. Yay, NPR. It's like my audio crack. But I have to be careful because I can listen to it over and over again. So I listen to it on Thursdays. I dive in and I watch CNN for a few minutes here and there. Oh, cool. Yeah. Is my audio crack. I love the news. I especially love world news. It's National Public Radio, Linda. It has news and shows like Fresh Air, and it has book reviews and interviews and stuff. And I prefer speaking over the sounds of music, even though that's strange because I played guitar and ukulele and stuff. But especially when I'm driving, I just want to listen to someone speaking. So anyway, let me go back to what I was doing. I just wanted to stop there and remind you guys that addressing the war within and connecting to your source first will inspire you to the right action for you. Yes, much more honest reporting. I do. I used to play out in bars at open mic night by myself. It was the scariest thing I ever did. I did it for like a year. I have a CD. I have a demo tape. Oh, it's so funny. That CD. I should upload it. It's hilarious. I'm no Tracy Chapman, let's just say that. What haven't I done? I haven't made my first million. Yet. I haven't made $1 million yet. Oh, Lord, no. Oh, Lord, no. I do have a fast car. And me. Okay. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I do. I like the sound. I don't like the lyrics of most rap music, but I like the sound and the beats and the that kind of stuff. But the lyrics are atrocious. I mean, come on, they're horrible. Okay, until there's peace within you, there is no peace in the world because you are the world. You are the earth. We love to complain about society. We are society. The story of Earth is all there is of Earth and beyond. When you're in dreamless sleep at night, is there a world? Not until you wake up and say, I. When the I arises, welcome to the movie of who you think you are. But if you question it, there's no attachment. It's just a great movie. Get the popcorn. Here it comes. We are society. When I worked at the residential treatment center, a lot of the men coming out of the Department of Corrections love to blame society for their problems. We're society this and society that. And we're like, yeah, you're society, buddy. You're out there creating society. You are a cog in the wheel. And your particular cog is causing you problems. I live in completeness. All of us do, though we may not realize it. I don't know anything. Yeah. Yes, separation mentality. I don't have to figure anything out. I gave up 43 years of thinking that went nowhere, and now I exist as a don't know mind. This leaves nothing but peace and joy in my life. It's the absolute fulfillment of watching everything unfold in front of me as me. So, she's talked about war before on some of her videos, and that the war we see outside of us is only that. Yes, it's the meta version of the micro. The micro is what's going on inside of us, and the meta is how it plays out outside of us. But it's all us. We can't lose sight of that. People really don't want to forgive and extend love and light to terrorists and their families. We don't want to love and forgive school shooters. We struggle with that. We really do. It's okay. We're aware of the struggle and we choose to explore it and question it. So the questioning is the key. Questioning your thoughts. Is this right? Is this really true? Can I really know that it's true? And some people get really mad at her because she will say, we can't know that it's true that terrorism is bad. And that can sound really harsh. Hey, Catherine. But she'll say that we can't know. Compassion is the radicalism of our times. Yeah. And that means not picking and choosing compassion. That's compassion across the board. Yes, I agree with her conceptually and understand how others feel. Yeah, it's both. It's both. We have our human reaction of pain and suffering, and then we can step back and say, okay, we've got to do something different. But the doing something different isn't out there. It's here and here. It's in our gut. It's in our heart. It's in our mind. It's in our soul. That's where we do something different. And then we go take an action out in the world. Then we go cast our vote. Then we sit down and write a letter to our congressman. Yes. Oh, yes. It's definitely a process. You can't judge people for that. I understand it. I really do. As I have those same emotions, I have those same reactions. And then they exist alongside the understanding that the work is right here. Oh, thanks. It's me parroting other people. It's daily remembrance of the truth, the reality that the reality we're looking at isn't the reality at all. It's a daily work to remember that. And I'll tell you what, it's been a long year's work to let go of needing to know. Especially if you're directly affected by something tragic. Darn it, Catherine. I want to write Periscope a nastygram about your notifications. The pain has to be felt first. You haven't missed a whole lot. I'm really just repeating myself in different ways. So I'm going to read this chapter 6 again because I stopped a lot. I know. I started to send you a notice too and I didn't. I'm just going to stick a sticky note on my book to send you and Mom a notice because it seems like you two are the most often who don't get their notifications. 1,000 Names for Joy, chapter 6. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to read it all the way through. Mind gives birth to infinite worlds of this and that, loss and sorrow, good and evil. It's complete from the beginning, and yet it's inexhaustible in the production of what isn't. Believing what you think, you're carried off into the endless dramas of the self. Until there's peace within you, there is no peace in the world, because you are the world, you are the earth. The story of earth is all there is of earth and beyond. When you're in dreamless sleep at night, is there a world? Not until you wake up and say, I, in quotations. When the I arises, welcome to the movie of who you think you are. But if you question it, there's no attachment. It's just a great movie. Get the popcorn. Here it comes. It's just a movie. I live in completeness. All of us do, though we may not realize it. I don't know anything. I don't have to figure anything out. I gave up 43 years of thinking that went nowhere, and now I exist as a don't know mind. This leaves nothing but peace and joy in my life. Hi, Kristen. It's the absolute fulfillment of watching everything unfold in front of me as me. When you question the movie of your life, you find yourself almost observing yourself as in third person. I was joking about that the other day, about how Elmo on Sesame Street refers to himself in third person, and I was going to start thinking of myself in third person, because Byron Katie refers to herself in third person a lot too, and I was like, I'm going to try that on and see how it feels. Tanya isn't sure about that. Well, I wasn't either, and I think it's in and out. In and out. Okay. Okay, blessings on your head, HJ. Good morning, good morning. Neither is Catherine. Thinking of yourself in third person as a practice. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. But try it. It's kind of interesting. If you start to think of yourself in third person, yeah, it kind of is like, oh, Heidi says bye. You know what's funny too is my husband talks about himself in third person. He used to do it a lot. He doesn't do it so much anymore. And he was doing it because it was easier for him to express a need or a opinion if he made it in third person. He was able to do it easier that way. HJ blows kisses. Homie, don't play that way. Oh my God. In living color? Oh, jeez. Homie, don't play that. So fun. Linda appreciates it. You guys are so funny. So about the detachment thing, she doesn't, it's not detachment, it's don't know mind, and that means fully open. Yes. Oh, several years. Practicing being okay with uncertainty. Pema Chodron is one of my favorite teachers. And I started reading her books years and years ago, probably 10 years ago. And she talks a lot about the uncertainty of never knowing what's coming in the next moment, which is what Byron Katie just said. She exists as don't know mind. Yeah. The one you posted on Facebook? Yeah. Right. Yeah, there's the don't know Swiss cheese kind of mind that just can't retain information. How did I remind myself? Post-it notes. Post-it notes, daily reading, and cell phone alarms, and email alarms. Post-it notes are my best friend when I'm trying to make a change. Also, I understand now that the emotion comes first. You take your hit, something happens, you get upset about it. If you ride with that, if you stick with it and allow it, it goes right through, it resolves itself usually within minutes, and then I can go, okay, all right, what do I want to do now? What do I want to feel now? I most often don't ask, what do I want to do? What should I do? I ask these days, what do I want to feel? How do I want to feel right now? Typically, I want to feel connected to God. And then when I do that, I know what to do next. So I don't run around like a chicken with my head cut off anymore, wasting a lot of time and energy. I wait for my connection to spirit to inspire me to take an action. Yeah, headless chicken. Headless chicken reacting to life. Running around crazy. And I would say now... Oh, Tanya, thank you. Yeah, the next Desire Map workshop is coming up in January. I've gotten lots of good feedback on that workshop. Yeah, it's very powerful. And it's not just the Danielle Laporte stuff. I put in a lot of other stuff too. So people are really getting like a broad spectrum of change materials, not just Desire Map stuff. But the Desire Map workbook is a great structure to lead us around where we need to go. So something happens that upsets me now. I do. Thanks. Thank you. I do. I would love to have your testimonials as we're wrapping up. When you were younger, I'm thinking is what you meant to say. Yeah. There is a testimonial page, but I think I have to put the testimonials in. So what I ask people to do is either email it to me or put it on Facebook, and I'll cut and paste it into the testimonial section. But yeah, there is, and I really appreciate those a lot. I really do. It's an interesting workshop. It is expensive, and but it's so in depth, and it's really hard to describe it. Yeah, I don't want it. I never want them to end. But I'm going to put together a monthly Desire Map alumni call, so people who've taken the workshop can call and touch base and ask questions or whatever. As soon as you guys are done, then I'll set that up. Probably right before Thanksgiving, we'll do a check-in with other people too. Evie Toddy's taken it. You guys know her. And Catherine and my mom. And my friend Bev, who's not on Periscope. Yeah, just like 2 hours monthly check-in for free. Can you consider... Oh, it's not detachment. That's what I was saying. It's not detachment. It's openness. Yeah, the morning scopes help. It's acceptance. It's accepting whatever is happening. My private coaching? Okay. It's fair. It's a little more than coaching too. You get a reading, a card, a Reiki session. I set up a Reiki thing. It's awesome sauce. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle's had a private coaching session with me. It's about an hour and 15 minutes. I record it just like the Desire Map workshop. And we start where you are and we go from there. So every session is unique because it's starting where you are, what's up for you. That's our starting point. And then I use my intuition and set up a Reiki thing and do all that. And you get all that. I'll send you a picture of your Reiki altar and your card and all that stuff. So, and honestly, those and the workshops and those and this morning scope is the times that I am most happy expressing stuff in the world. Writing too, but you know, as far as interacting with people. What's not up for me now? Right. Okay, so here's what happens, right? Lots of shit comes up at once, typically. It's one thing after another after another. That's okay. That's the world waking you up. You get to where you have to surrender. If you can surrender before it gets shitty, you're a lot better off. If you can practice surrender daily and welcoming whatever comes before life pounds it out of you. How does talking in third person help with acceptance? Because it makes me understand that it's not personal. So it helps me remember that emotions are just emotions. They're not something I have to attach to. So if I'm upset, I can say, oh, so-and-so did this, and now Michelle's upset. And I go, yeah, I am upset, and I understand that it's going to flow right through. Putting a little third-person spin on it, for me, is helping me remember that what somebody does that upsets me is not personally directed at me. That person did something. I'm reacting to it. I can allow the reaction to flow through me, then I can choose my response. Actually, let me say that again. Let me say that a little differently. So the event happens. I react to it. I let the reaction flow through. Then I reconnect to spirit. From that place, I wait for inspiration to action. Then I respond. So I react, I reconnect, and then I respond from an inspired place, from a connected place. I prefer to be the answer to people's prayers in the world rather than going out and running amok and creating my own brand of chaos out there. It's not very fun to do it that way. So it's just like a little mental trick that's helping me remember that the big picture view, I guess. Yeah. When I say I can drown in emotions. I have a lot of emotions and I can drown in them if I don't remember that it's just a wave. It's just a reaction to an event. The wave will come on in and flow right back out if I let it. And then when I settle down, when it's time to do, when it's time to act, I'll know what to do. I'll know. I'll have that thought, and then I'll take that action. And inspired action is so much more efficient and so much more productive. Hey again, Mom. So react, reconnect, then respond. Waves in the ocean. Yes, it's a very good... I just splashed coffee up my nose. I'm snorting Starbucks. Imagining ocean waves in strong emotion, which you feel probably on a daily basis working with children the way you do. Your snit fit. My mom's fighting reality. I can tell you without even knowing the details. Yeah, let me pour some coffee out. The other thing I used to say was AAA. What was it? Accept, allow, and act. Something like that. Ocean waves is probably the best visualization because it is just a wave. It comes in, it goes out. It comes in, it goes out. Good waves come in, bad waves come in, and they all go out. Clinging to any of that is a waste of energy, a waste of your energy, and you'll get tired, and you'll get exhausted, and you'll feel even more emotional from fighting. Persistence, yep. Practice. I'm by the ocean having a snit fit. So what are you going to do with that? Focus on the ocean? Because reality's not going the way she wants it to go. We all have our snit fits when we're fighting reality, right? We fight reality. A waste of good waves. Yeah. So let the sound of those waves remind you that fighting reality is just going to make you tired and give you indigestion. Although I understand it. So you can understand it. You understand why we get cranked up and why we torque ourselves into knots. You understand it. Okay, have fun with your twinsies. Enjoy your day, Kristen. We see how it happens. We just start to choose something different. And it's okay to understand it. You have to understand it to deal with it. But over time, it gets easier and easier to take that emotional hit and just let it flow on through. Remembering to breathe is critical. Remembering to breathe supports your body in letting it flow through. If you're holding your breath, you're gripping. You've frozen. You've gone into, your nervous system's gone into paralysis almost. That just freezes everything into place. So, there's that. What else? Do you have some questions? I got some time. Yeah. Who wouldn't? I held my breath for 9 years when I was working in child protection. Oh, okay, Rhonda. See you later. If you can remember to just exhale. We're holding our breath. We're holding on to air in our lungs. Just exhale. Drop your shoulders and exhale. That alone starts you on the process of letting things roll on through. Breathing. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe for your brain. Breathe for your body. Breathing will start the process of relaxing. When we're not breathing, our body feels like we're literally being hunted or attacked. So we're frozen. We can't move. We can't respond. We can only react when we're holding our breath. I should write that down. What did we say? Under siege. Brilliant. Brilliant way to put it. Where our body acts as if we're under siege. I'm going to write that down too. Can you guys hear that cat meowing? That's Tonka. He's at... Tonka. Shh. Hush, buddy. He's busy going over, he's going over his new yard and meowing. He just talks to himself. He's going over every square inch looking to see if there's a hole. But because we know our Tonka very well, there is no hole. There is no Tonka escape hatch. React, reconnect, then respond. Oh, he's naughty. He's so naughty. I feel like I should rent him out to people building, trying to make areas escape-proof for cats. Because if there's an escape route, he will find it. One of my cats stole a piece of bacon right off my plate this morning. That is so funny. You know Juniper Hoot, the black one? So he was feral, and he moved indoors very slowly. The first time he saw the television on, he freaked out, and we didn't see him for 3 days. The TV terrified him. He'd never seen anything. So it took him 6 months to slowly stay in the house longer and stop running. And he was terrible. He was a terrible mess, skin and bones. It was awful. I got him neutered and had to trap him to do that. It was terrible. Anyway, he was an outdoor cat. Yeah, no bacon. Ugh. I don't like bacon. I don't like pork stuff. So he was an outdoor cat. So when we sat down to eat, he just came up to the plate like we were cats too. And it just horrified my husband. Just horrified him. He was in the process of learning how cool cats can be at that time. So he was just absolutely scandalized that a cat would just come up to his plate and start eating. But I was like, but that's how the cats eat. I put food out in the alley, and they all come up and eat together. He's just eating like he would normally eat. We just have to teach him that his food is over there, and our food is right here. Oh, my daughter loves bacon. Catherine loves bacon too, right? My daughter will eat bacon sandwiches made out of bacon. Yeah, a lot of people like bacon. When you stop eating all pork and then you eat it, it makes you sick, generally. My husband didn't believe me, but he quit eating pork. And then if he accidentally gets some, now it makes him sick. Yeah, lots of people love bacon. There's no judgment here. I don't like anything pork. I don't like a lot of fish either, except salmon and wild-caught sardines. Ooh, I love a sardine. So gross. They smell so terrible. The wild-caught ones actually don't smell bad. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to go check my battery. Yeah, once you stop eating pork, Oh yeah, you get some when you stop eating meat in general and you re-eat it, it does make you sick. But I'm a heavy beef eater. I'll admit that. I try to tone it down. We eat more chicken and turkey now. My husband is desperately trying to get a deer. I told him if he'd stop looking for them, he'd probably find them. But he's so actively looking. I was like, they feel you looking. You got to make your mind blank. You're never going to find one. So yeah, meat is a complicated issue. So I'm going to come back to you guys. Oh, you're a diabetic. Oh. Phew. Excuse me. Woof. I'm going to come back and talk to you about the oils here in a few minutes. I've got 4 today. Oh, gosh. Thank you. I just dropped one. I made a combination with rose, copaiba, white angelica, and sandalwood in this little awesome diffuser thing that my sister bought for me. So I'm going to talk about that. It's oil day. So I'm going to wrap up here and take a little break and come back in about 30 minutes. I need to probably recharge my battery, because Periscope just eats the crap out of your batteries. But thank you for the discussion this morning. Oh, it smells amazing. It smells so good. And rose is such a pricey oil that I like the diffuser. We'll talk about it, but I like the diffuser because I feel like it's going to make it last longer. So I'll be back in about 30 minutes with an oil scoop. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for listening and asking questions. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for all your input. Oh gosh, Chelsea, we're just wrapping up. I'm coming back in a minute, in about 30 minutes with an oil scope, Chelsea. Or you can catch the replay. Love you. So glad you're back today, Linda. And I wish Rhonda's signal would hold steadier. Bless her heart. Okay, mwah, mwah. See you in a bit. See you in a bit for some oils.